Hello, YouTube. We're back. We're going to talk about Invincible, the entire first season, episodes 1 through 8. This is Lil.
This is Steve.
And this is Sean.
So Sean, you always start this off. This is a comic book that you had
Yes.
before.
Yes.
Did you read the entire series?
No, I didn't. I forgot to read the rest of the series.
Well, how far did you get?
I don't even remember. Maybe book 3, maybe.
Series is pretty old. I mean, this shit came out.
It's like
I think it dropped 6 months before The Walking Dead Invincible.
Yeah,
so it's an old series.
It was. I live in a lot of regret about not getting that number 1 book, and I have number fucking 2. Can you believe me? Stupid.
You were so sure you had number 1.
I was so sure I had number 1 too.
On card, mint. You were like ready.
2 is mint though. You know, it was good.
I think 2 introduces some new characters too. So 2 is a book that's going up in price as well. So keep
I think that whole first run is for sure.
Yeah. So, well, I'll start it because this is a whole new thing for me. I didn't know anything about it. I remember seeing some of the books on my LCS's walls and stuff like that. And
I love the art. I love the art too.
But it's something that never grabbed me. Like, it's a character that I looked at and I'm like, okay, it's a dude. All right, he's invincible. I just never ran to it.
I always loved the eye in his suit. You know, I love the logo kind of with the
I
letter I
always
in
thought
his
it was
suit.
like an Incredibles kind of thing, though.
But I didn't like his goggles. And you know what? I'm gonna say this here right now. The whole first season, still don't like his goggles. I still don't like him. I mean, I get it. It makes sense. He's like, I'm flying. I don't want shit to get in my eyes. That's fine. But like, it feels like if somebody punches you in your face and those goggles break, that's bad for your eyeballs. So.
Well, and it's happened to him numerous times because we see
every episode.
We see him get the shit kicked out of him.
I mean, this whole season kind of felt like almost like Kick-Ass. Like he, as invincible as he is, he gets his ass kicked throughout the season.
Badly. Like
badly.
I mean, almost dies multiple.
I mean, he even gets beat up by like some random fucking robot guy beats the shit out of him. It's like, holy crap! Like,
well, that and that alien.
That weird lion guy.
What the hell is his name now? That's the thing. I apologize to everyone out there. I know people are going to be fans on it. We're all newbies to this series in a way. I mean, Sean has read a couple of books.
There's some newbies too, so
I know, but there are people who are big fans of it. I mean, I went through and I read the first 2 trades.
Well, nobody comes to this show for information. It's just for our takes.
Exactly.
So we're not giving.
It's true, but there are people out there that don't know. You know, the first time they're listening to us, and they're like, "Yeah, these bunch of assholes don't know." I think it's Battle Beast, if I'm right. That might be his name.
You know what? That sounds right. That sounds right. But for those guys that say like, "Oh, these guys don't know," yeah, fuck yourself.
Shot agreed.
Go do your own shit.
So. But yeah, I mean, like you see Battle Beast
chats from across the country and keep it 7 years strong, bitch.
Battle Beast, he gets his ass kicked by those cyborg robot things. I mean, like he's getting his ass kicked all over the place. But what I loved about this series was not just Invincible and watching like his story and everything unfold, was like a lot of the side characters, like Robot. Like Robot really intrigued me. Like what the hell is going on? What the hell's going on with him?
The whole story that panned out with Robot, and then when you find out later on in the series, he's like in this little fucking tube. He's like this weird deformed baby thing, you know. It's like, oh man, and he's just been programming these robots, and he's trying to get himself into a young body.
It's like
that shit came out of nowhere. I was like, oh my god. Yeah. I loved how Rex Floyd was like, "Why'd you pick me?"
Okay, first of all, let's talk about fucking talent. The voice acting in this show. Man. Fucking Jason Mantzoukas.
Yo, perfect.
I think I said in the first, when we talked about it before Steve watched, like the first, I'm like, my jaw dropped when I heard Jason Mantzoukas. I'm like, what the fuck? This is awesome. Like,
I was kind of expecting his character to get killed off. I was like, how are you going to get like Jason Mantzoukas? Because I didn't read the books, so this is my first introduction. So I was expecting at any moment for him to get killed off because his character doesn't really do anything but throw like bomby sticks at people. So I'm like, how is he going to survive through this? He doesn't have like impervious skin or anything like that. But like, well, he has those sticks and explode, you know. But like, he's throughout and also awesome. Like, you hate him, you love him, and then you love to hate him, and you love to love him. It's it's perfect.
He's kind of like that perfect asshole. Like he is to me because like he charges shit up. Like, you know, he throws those sticks, but they're charged up. I think that's his power. So to me, like, I always thought of, like, I felt like this series watching that, like, he is like the R-rated Gambit. You know what I mean? Like, he was messing around with multiple girl. I think that's her name.
Duplicate.
Duplicate. Thank you. Yeah. Duplicate.
I liked her power too. That was awesome. Like, as long as the first one doesn't get killed, it's okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Because she can just keep duplicating herself, and they can all get killed. But as long as that number one doesn't get it, it's all right. I also like Monster Girl. Every time she transforms, she gets a little bit younger.
Yo,
I was like,
crazy.
fuck, bro. Like, she's going to be a baby. If she keeps hanging out with a superhero team, in no time, she's just going to be a baby.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's like, damn, like, and she's like 22 and shit. It's like crazy.
She looks like she's 8. Yeah. I thought she was dead. When Battle Beast smashed her fucking head in with the rock, I was like,
Battle Beast fucked motherfuckers up. Like, he was no joke.
Yeah, because he killed that other dude who had no powers, but then got his powers back. Who was what? I can't remember his name.
And I have to say too, I think the first time we talked about the show, I was like, I watched episode 1, and people were calling me out on because I was like, it ended and it was fine, like it was whatever. But like, you know, the ending of episode 1 was probably one of the best moments of the entire series, where Omni-Man goes in and just murders everybody. I didn't watch that part. The credits started and I left the room. So.
Oh, I guess that's why I thought it was episode 2, but okay.
No. I the credits started and I was like, it's fucking 8:00. I have to go. We got to record the show. So I didn't stay and watch the 5-minute moment where Omni-Man, where it turns into a different show.
Just murders the Justice League, basically, because like, you know. I mean, this literally was what would happen to Batman in real life if Superman wanted to murder him.
Of course. We all know this. Everyone knows this.
It's fine. Yeah, we're all aware.
Yeah. We know fucking Superman can kill Batman.
And unless Batman has a strong stockpile of kryptonite.
Yeah, boy, she kind of does, but that kryptonite ring does work.
Right.
But Omni-Man doesn't seem like he is
he's got no weakness. And the craziest thing is he was telling, you know, as he's training Invincible, his son, and everything, like going through this, like, you get stronger as you get older. So like, there's 100-year-old dudes that look old and decrepit, but they're probably even stronger than Omni-Man.
He said that they age, as they get older, they age slower. So they
do, but they also get
thousands of years old.
But they also get super stronger. Like their power set gets hard. Like,
no, exactly. But what I'm saying is like they probably don't look old, even if they are old. Like Omni-Man looks like he might be in his 50s. That dude's probably like 900 years old. Like he's probably been.
Well, and he said it at the end, like, you know, like your mom is a
Viltrum.
Yeah, Viltrumites. Your mom's a pet. I was like,
oh, now you're getting into the finale, which I didn't know we were getting into yet. But that was a fucking hard line. I was like,
that shit was hard. Bro. I was like,
she's like, I do love your mom, but more like a pet. But the way he said it wasn't just like, he wasn't like delivering it. It was just like an average line. Like it wasn't like meant to be like poetic or anything. He just said it like it was nothing, which made it even worse. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, he had no heart in it. He was just like, I can find another fucking family. He's like, I can make another one. Boom, 25 years fucking. I was like, God damn, he putting that work on it. And he did not let up. And that's what you tell your kids. I can make another fucking one.
It was like a Bill Cosby line. I put you in this world, I could take you out.
Yeah, that shit.
I like the Rock guy in the show. I don't know. I can't remember his name. The guy that like surrounded himself with rocks.
Yeah.
I thought that was. I'm really interested in season 2.
I think that was Mahershala Ali was playing that.
It was Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Again with the voice talent. I mean Stephen Yeun again. was great as Invincible. Mark,
Yeah.
fantastic. I mean, of course, I was gonna say J. Jonah
It
Jameson.
was
J.K.
It
Simmons.
is J. Jonah Jameson. It is.
J.K. Simmons. It was fantastic.
Julia Jacobs was what was the pink girl? Forgot her name.
Adam Eve.
Adam Eve.
Adam Eve.
I mean, Sandra Oh is the voice
Michelle
of
Yeoh, I think.
No, Sandra Oh.
Sandra Oh, that was what it was.
Zazie Beetz is in it. She's the
Zazie Beetz
she's
plays
the girlfriend.
the girlfriend.
I hate that girl.
Really?
I did not like her character at all. Every time that Mark did anything even slightly off key, she was like, I'm fucking done with you. Brr, 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 brr. She was so high and mighty. That girl's high maintenance. That was so many red flags with that girl. I was like, get away, Mark.
And the
Get
fucked up part
away.
is the fucked up part is she knew he was a superhero.
She knew he was
didn't say
invisible.
nothing.
And she still flashed on him when he disappeared to fight the robot guy to save everybody. She still flashed on him. Where'd you go? You fucking know where he went. You already knew he was invincible. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, you know what I love about this show is like
Hated her.
in the beginning they say the word, but they don't say the word, but then the title comes up, Invincible. Like I love.
You know what
that
else?
shit.
You know what
It's
else?
added more
Every
blood.
single season, more blood.
Yeah,
Until the
every
end where it's
episode.
like full red. It's
Yeah.
like holy shit.
Yeah, it's great. I love that. I love like the little shit that they did. Who was the government dude?
Oh, Walton
who-
Goggins.
Yeah,
He
Walter
played
Goggins.
Cecil.
Yo, fucking
Cecil.
great. Yeah.
Walton
great.
fucking. I didn't even know that was Walton Goggins. You just said it. That's amazing.
He was
Cecil's
fucking great.
fantastic.
Yeah,
He was so quiet. Like he had that moment where he was using that teleporter when he was fucking with Omni-Man, bouncing back and forth and shit. And he was like not even out of breath. He was just like, "Okay, what are you doing? All right, let's
Yeah.
talk about this.
Yeah.
Come on, Omni-Man, let's cut it out." Like it was perfection. I love Cecil. He's great.
Yeah, and I like the demon dude.
Yeah,
Played
Hellboy.
by Clancy Brown. Yeah, I'm like
That was Clancy Brown, wasn't it?
that was Clancy Brown.
Shit, man.
I mean, Jillian Jacobs was Adam Eve, from
Yeah.
Community fame. If you didn't know who she is. I mean, Mark Hamill voiced somebody in here. Who did he voice?
Mark Hamill voiced one of the bad guys.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, damn, man.
They had that
really,
robot guy too.
Oh,
that
the
robot-
alien too. The alien, the guy that they
Seth
sits on,
Rogen.
Seth Rogen. Well, Seth Rogen's a producer in this too. So
That was awesome. They're doing a live action, something Invincible live action, I think, and Seth Rogen's involved in that.
Well, he's involved in this. He's the
So
executive
I
producer.
listened to the interview on Fat Man on Batman with where Kevin Smith talked to what's his name that did this in The Walking Dead. Robert Kirkman, and he said that Seth Rogen is involved in the animated show only because they're involved in the live action project that's happening right now too. And I was like,
wow.
I don't know how you could even fucking make this live action to the point where this is so good. I don't think it even needs live action
Sean,
because it may
Sean.
be not good.
you know what we haven't talked about yet, Sean? The animation.
Yeah.
So
Wait, before we get into the animation, I gotta throw
no,
one more thing in. I gotta throw one
Okay,
more.
okay.
So it's a little nugget because it's hilarious. It's a hilarious nugget, especially because we just reviewed 3 Die Hard movies. Reginald Val Johnson is in this series
as the principal,
and the
Principal Winslow.
Principal Winslow, and the school is
Is Reginald
Reginald Val
Val
Johnson High School. Like, that is amazing.
When I saw the episode and it was like Principal Winslow and it was it was him and I was
Yo,
like,
and he looks like him.
Yeah, they drew
and
him.
the voice happened. I was like, that sounds like, and I immediately Wikipedia. I was like, oh my god, the rabbit hole is so deep. It's so good. But Sean, the animation was
Phenomenal.
perfection. Just
It looked like it's shot right out of the comic, and the comic isn't that well drawn. This shit is, well, later on it got better, but like the first couple issues, it was not great. But now it's fucking perfect. Like, it is great animation.
like the scene where Omni-Man goes to the alien planet and just destroys the whole planet.
Oh,
was an amazing scene, but then like just watching how it was drawn, just the cityscape of the alien planet and just seeing that red blur just fucking
yeah.
oh man, this is good.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yo,
The
you
mix
know
of
what's-
CGI and and 2D animation was.
They do,
perfect.
but it is heavy more 2D animation, which is
No,
great.
the CGI is mostly just the backgrounds with like the buildings blurring past and stuff like that. But I'm saying the mixture of the two is pretty flawless.
So I have to ask you both, what was the greatest scene of the show from y'all's perspective? Like, you have your each, whatever one.
End of episode 1. That was the best scene of the whole show.
Okay. Hello?
I think hands down that was just the amount of weight that it held. It changed the show. You started watching it as this show, this kid learning what his powers were. His dad's a superhero, blah blah blah. That scene changed the show you're watching, and then you just kind of run with that for the whole time. So for me, the ending of episode 1 was the best.
Hello?
I mean, Steve, you're right. So I'm trying to think of a different scene that I would call out for. Sean, you have a different scene besides that one? Because it was to me.
The entire finale,
the entire final scene was the best shit I've ever seen.
Oh, when that's not in the comic.
Yo,
that's
no,
not
it's
in the
not
book.
the fucking comic at all.
That's
the
not
motherfucker said boom, 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 killing every fucking the death toll on the last 10 minutes of this fucking show.
Kill Chicago, man, like
but
that.
Phenomenal. Yo, that shit was.
Yo, and they spared nobody. You watched little kids get it. You watched old people get it. You watched people running away, and you're like, oh, that guy's gonna get away. Nope, smashed.
No.
Like.
Yo, that motherfucker said, I don't give a fuck about nobody on this planet. He said, I am fucking like, he's like, I'm a god here. I was like, god damn. Motherfucker said, here. Tossed his ass to a fucking subway, killing every fucking body. I was like, yo, this shit is amazing. Like, it doesn't.
Think about that, Sean. Think about these people are so strong, their bodies are so impervious that he can hold him up by his head, and the subway just goes around them, and it just all goes into disintegration. Just
every fucking body.
And he doesn't want to do it. Like, Mark's just like trying not to, you know, he's just like, no, please. And just him putting his hand out is killing hundreds of people.
Yo, it's crazy. I'm just like, damn.
Damn, Sean, that's like 2. That's scene 2 for me. Because like, it's still Omni-Man killing the damn.
I mean, it was good.
Guardians of the Globe.
Yeah, that was great. But I just think that's up because it wasn't in the comics. Like, that shit fucked me up. I was like, damn. I was like, yo, if we had superheroes that were that fucking strong, yo, it would be a wrap for everybody, man. That shit, it made me think.
Well, not even superheroes, super villains. I mean, because Omni-Man at this point is a villain. I mean, you know.
But again, I love how that scene is resolved too. Like,
but it gets worse, dog. Like, you think that shit, yo? There's more fucking villains, and it gets crazier.
I know. I've
later on in the books, and thank God this was renewed for 2 more seasons, at least. So, but like, I love how that scene is again. The finale is resolved where Invincible's not putting up a fight at this point. He's just taking the beating, and like Omni-Man pits him in. I mean, he fucking causes an avalanche. He throws him into a mountain, which causes an avalanche, which
murders more people,
1,000 people or whatever. And then he just beats him. He just fucking pummels him. I mean, his teeth are flying out. His face is a big, bloody, bulby mess. And he's like, and what will you have when it's all over? And he's like, I'll have you, Dad. And then, like, it cut back to, like, his, like, Little League scene. Yeah. And it's like, fuck, man. Like, the power of love.
Yeah, because he didn't give a fuck. He didn't care.
But he did. He cared. He had a little bit of humanity ingrained in him when he came here. That little bit. That little tiny bit that made him not throw that final killing punch to Invincible. And it pissed him off enough that he fucking bailed off and just flew off planet.
Steve, I have a question for you. Do you need an Invincible statue?
I don't need one.
I want one.
I would like one. I don't need one, but I really kind of want one.
I mean, I want an Omni-Man one because, again, he's J. Jonah Jameson, and I think it's perfect.
Do I want a statue of Omni-Man holding up Invincible with a subway car coming towards them? Yes.
That sounds like an SM Studios.
That's a great diorama.
Yeah. I'd rather get this. I'd rather like take the sideshow one that's just probably in the air or some shit. I was gonna buy the one on eBay. It was like $500, but I was like, I'm gonna wait because I know they're gonna come out with a fucking statue. There's like no way.
There's gonna be more.
Because that was an older statue from like a couple years ago.
Yeah. Oh, there's going to be tons of new merch after this show drop. I mean, this show got crazy ratings. It got crazy reviews. It's loved universally. As brutal as the show it is, it's weird that it got so much love. You know, and you would think that there'd be people being like, "What? How dare you?" You know, but everyone's like, "No, this is fucking tight. We love it." It had plenty of representation for all races, religions, and genders and sexualities and all that. It had a great soundtrack, great animation, a great story, and you know, I felt so bad for Invincible's mom. That girl got
You
just.
do. Yeah.
Oh,
I think not like an action scene. One of my favorite scenes was when she went back to the dude who makes the costumes, and they just sat there and like had a drink, and it was like.
And she was like, "I miss him," and he was like, "Me too." Oh.
Yeah, because I mean that dude was like his best friend. I thought Omni-Man was gonna murder his ass on that rooftop when they were having a drink.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
Because you saw like the guy like shaking while he was drinking the beer. I was like, "Ooh,
Yeah,
shit!"
you knew how scared motherfuckers were of him, man. Like that was deep because motherfuckers were scared of him.
But they weren't. Like they were after everyone found out. Cecil was the
was
only
scared
one.
as shit,
Cecil was the
Cecil
only
was
one.
scared though.
Of course, he was scared. I mean, but he
Well,
knew. But I
who
think
was
he
Cecil's
knew.
little buddy? Who was Cecil's
I got
little
murdered. Yeah, I don't.
He went out like a champ though.
Yo, he got murdered, but he fucking like he did the most. He was like, "I always knew you were a sniping little bitch." He was like, "Really? How about this big ass gun, bitch? Pow 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 pow. How about this bomb, bitch? Boom."
It was an
I was
honor,
like,
sir.
Oh my god.
Boom! I was like, damn, you went out.
That motherfucker was tight. This show had a lot of really.
Wasn't Zachary Quinto in this? Zachary Quinto was
He's
the
robot.
robot.
He's robot.
And then Ezra Miller was the guy that was building the other robots.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't looked up the Wikipedia for all the voices, but
I'm pulling up the
shit.
cast list. Oh, Ezra Miller is D.A. Sinclair. You're right.
Yeah.
So he's the dude that was stealing those college kids.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch it.
Yo, they put that shit. They took the voice level to this shit, the voice acting to another level. Like this is what all cartoons should.
Justin Roiland from Rick and Morty fame.
Yeah.
Oh, he was one of the
heard
first.
his
He was one of the first guys that got kidnapped. Yeah.
I was waiting to say, "Oh, Rick," but it was great though.
But this show had a lot of good quiet moments with all the action. A lot of good character development and building.
Like I really liked Adam Eve. I really liked her character and I liked her attitude and everything because it's like, I mean, she's got great powers, but it seems like she always kind of she should be a leader and then kind of gets pushed back. And then I like the fact that she went off on her own, kind of do her own thing, and then kind of got brought back into the mix.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to see more of her. I mean, I'm sure at the end of the day, it's going to be her and Invincible. They're going to hook up. I don't know for certain. I don't know the whole story, but
I know some things about it. Some bad things happen.
Oh shit! Well,
later on.
Let's get this. If this series can get darker than it already has, I don't know.
It does.
It does.
It can and it does.
Jeez.
I did a deep fucking Wikipedia dive and basically read like all the plots of all because I just wanted to know. I was like, oh, I saw like a link that was like, this is what happened. I was like, what? And so I went and read like most of the history of the entire story, and it gets dark.
Well, I wonder if they're going to change
Real
it.
dark.
I mean, they didn't really change anything here from that first, first dozen issues. I think most of the first 12 issues, 13 issues or so are here. Except for the train scene.
Well, so and also the rock guy that was pulled in from Volume 2, which got pulled into this just to make it kind of make sense.
I like the clone guys too.
Yeah, the twins, they're not twins, but the clones. I like them too.
I love that scene where Robot was like trying to attack him with the other big robot, and they were just running around that warehouse, like picking up different parts to a gun and throwing it to the other guy, and picking up the other part of the gun, and he would throw it to his brother, and he would pick up the other part of the gun and put it together until they finally ran up and had that fucking beeline on Robot's human body, and he looked all surprised. I was like, ooh, look at these motherfuckers go.
Yeah, they were good, man. Like you thought they were like throwaway characters, man, but the way they portrayed them and did it well, they did a really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. This show gets a hero, man. Fucking hero beyond heroes.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is great.
For
Hero.
sure.
Absolute hero. Gets
For
a superhero from us.
Superhero. Definitely. So. All right, well, we'll get to season 2 when that comes out, and we'll talk about that. I think in the same format. I think this is good because even if we did episode by episode telling all the different plot lines and storylines, there was good things, but I think the through line here, just Omni-Man, like that story is the main part of these 8 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Because watch the first 15 minutes, you don't think he's a bad guy, you think he's Superman. He's the Superman here, and I'm curious to where they're gonna go with
all those little parts where Omni-Man was like in the hospital and he was like, "Ooh, watch the ribs." It was all bullshit. I was like, oh, "Fuck, man."
What was the other dude's name that they brought back to life?
Oh, the Immortal. That was
Immortal.
fucking dumbass tight when the Immortal came back.
Yeah.
And Omni-Man killed him again.
And they're trying to bring him back again.
They're gonna bring him back again.
But I love that little flashback into him. He's been around since like caveman times and shit. Like they showed him fighting in the Crusades and being like a knight of the Round Table and shit and going into World War II. I was like, God damn! Like they gave that guy his own little splash panel, which is really cool. So
yeah. So there you go. Invincible. We finally got to it. We all finally finished it. So. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for your support. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you thought of Invincible. Yeah, that's it. Subscribe.
And if you didn't like it, what's wrong with you? What do you want?
This is Lil.
This is Sean.
And this is Steve. Until next time, everybody, keep it geeky.